In this video, we will learn everything about the Lakshadweep Islands. It's going to be an informative video. I'm going to cover various topics related to this isolated piece of land in the middle of the Arabian Sea. The timestamps are available in case you want to skip over, please do so. Alright then, let's get right into it. The name Lakshadweep means 100,000 islands in the Malayalam language and also in Sanskrit. The Lakshadweep Island is India's smallest union territory and it is also an archipelago consisting of 36 islands. The island is somewhere around 400 km from the western coast of India. This island can be reached by ships and flights operated from Kochi, which is the city in the Ernakulam district of Kerala. The capital of Lakshadweep is Kavaratti and the region comes under the jurisdiction of Kerala High Court. As I've mentioned, Lakshadweep consists of 36 islands. Not all of them are inhabited and only a few are open to visitors, and that too with a permission. These 36 islands are of coral origin. Coral reefs are large underwater structures composed of the skeleton of coral, which are marine invertebrate animals. Coral reefs are some of the most diverse ecosystems in the world. One surprising fact is, coral reefs only occupy 0.1% of the area of the world ocean, but they support 25% of all marine species on the planet. Lakshadweep is comprised of 10 inhabited islands, 17 uninhabited islands, 4 newly formed islets, and 5 are submerged reefs. The inhabited islands are Kavaratti, Agati, Amini, Kadmat, Kiltan, Chetlat, Bitra, Androt, Kalpeni and Minicoy. Among these inhabited islands, Bitra is the smallest of all, having only a population of 271 persons as per 2011 census. As per the 2011 census, the population of Lakshadweep is somewhere around 65,000 people. Most people of the Lakshadweep are descendants of migrants from the Malabar coast. In fact, during the British rule, these islands were attached to the Malabar district of the Madras Presidency. So most of the people on the island are ethnically similar to coastal Kerala Malayali people. More than 93% of the indigenous population are Muslims, and the majority of them belong to the Shafi school of the Sunni sect. The southernmost and second largest island of Minicoy has an ethnically Mahals population that are native to the Maldives. Most of the population speak either Malayalam or Mahi language. Mahi language is mostly spoken in the Minicoy island. Some people also speak Hindi. The population in the entire of Lakshadweep is concentrated mostly on the islands of Androt, Kavaratti, Minicoy and Amini. Some of the islands are also atolls. An atoll is a ring-shaped coral reef island. How is it formed? At first there is an underwater volcano that creates a sea mountain. A sea mountain is formed when a volcano erupts underwater and piles up on the sea floor with lava. As the volcano continues to erupt, the sea mount's elevation grows higher, eventually breaking the surface of the water. The top of the volcano becomes an oceanic island. So this is how a volcanic island or a sea mount is formed. Now in the next stage, tiny sea animals called corals begin to build a reef around this island. These corals are very hard in nature. It surrounds the island just below the ocean surface. Over millions of years, the volcanic island erodes and sinks to the sea floor. This process is called subsidence. The sea mount erodes into the sea and its top portion is made flat by the constant pounding of powerful ocean waves. Ultimately, the island sinks below the sea and all you can see is a ring-shaped island formed with coral reef. This is what is known as an atoll, and in between you will have a pool of water which is called a lagoon. Have a look at the airport in Lakshadweep. The name of this airport is Agati Aerodrome. It is the only domestic airport in Lakshadweep and it is well connected by frequent flights from Cochin International Airport. Agati Aerodrome is located on the southern end of the Agati Island in Lakshadweep. Apart from this airport, there are a couple of helipads on the Kavaratti Island. The Agati Airport is a single runway which is of 1.2 km in length and 30 meter in width. As you can see, this island is of small size. Apart from the airstrip, it also has few hotels. But anyhow, the runway looks quite scary. These islands have a warm and humid tropical climate. The temperature fluctuates between 17 to 30 degrees Celsius. This place also receives an annual rainfall of about 150 cm, mainly from the southwest monsoon from June to September. Needless to say, the Lakshadweep has abundance of coconut palm trees. Apart from that, it also has trees like banyans, casuarinas, pandani, breadfruits, tamarinds and tropical almonds. When it comes to marine fauna, the most seen are sharks, bonitos, tunas, snappers and flying fish. Manta rays, octopuses, crabs, turtles and assorted gastropods are also found in plenty. Now coming to Lakshadweep's economy, Lakshadweep is known for exporting copra to the mainland of India. Coconut oil is extracted from copra, making it an important agricultural commodity for many coconut producing countries. In many places of Lakshadweep, people use the corals and mix it with other organic matter and produce humus, which improves the ability of the soil and makes it fertile. And that is how the cultivation of banana, vegetables, edible root crops and millet is done. And obviously fishing is a major segment of Lakshadweep's economy. Fishermen use something called odam, which is a type of a boat, and they travel from island to island in this odam for catching fish. The sea around Lakshadweep is rich in fishery resources, and the main catch of Lakshadweep is tuna fish. This fish is extremely rich in nutrition, and the demand for this particular fish is very high. Now coming to the manufacturing side, Lakshadweep has few industries, and you can easily guess what they are. One of it is largely in food processing. Any island's primary strength is in its sea resources. So naturally Lakshadweep's food processing industry largely focuses on fish. There is a tuna factory in the island of Minicoy. There are other kinds of industries too, such as coconut fiber production, hosiery fabric production, weaving and boat building. Tourism is another department which is at the forefront of boosting Lakshadweep's economy as well as attraction. The government of Lakshadweep promotes tourism, but at the same time it is also very mindful about the negative environmental impact it may cause due to flooding of tourists. That is why, to keep a check on increasing number of tourists, the government of Lakshadweep issues permits to anyone who is not a native of Lakshadweep. It is called a clearance certificate. The application for the certificate is available online. Once you reach the Lakshadweep island, you need to show this clearance certificate. Several options for water sports like scuba, snorkeling, windsurfing, kayaking, canoeing and fishing is available. All these activities together winds up under tourist attraction factors of Lakshadweep. Now coming to the constitutional framework. The government structure of Lakshadweep is just like any other Indian states and territories. It is determined by the National Constitution of 1950. The territory is led by an administrator who is appointed by the President of India. As a very small territory, Lakshadweep consists of single district with 4 subdivisions. The territory falls under the jurisdiction of the Kerala High Court. In the area of education, Lakshadweep has primary and secondary schools available throughout the island. Compared to other states and union territories of India, Lakshadweep has one of the highest literacy rates. Lakshadweep has a sex ratio of 946 females for every 1000 males and a literacy rate of 92.28%. There are colleges in Lakshadweep which offers bachelor degrees in several fields, and they are affiliated with the University of Calicut in Kerala. Since Lakshadweep is a popular tourist destination, it does have mobile broadband connectivity, but I'm not sure whether high-speed broadband internet is available or not. In fact, in December 2020, the Union Cabinet approved laying of undersea optical fiber cable to all the inhabited Lakshadweep islands that will provide high-speed broadband internet connectivity. So I believe currently Lakshadweep still lags in proper internet connection when compared to other states and union territories of India. Lakshadweep also has Indian naval units, especially in the islands of Kavaratti, Minicoy, Agatti and Androth. Even though Lakshadweep is very small, but these islands are strategically very important to India. 9-degree channel which separates Lakshadweep and Minicoy. This route is the most direct route for ships sailing from the Persian Gulf towards East Asia. Since this region is very close to Indian western coast and other island nations such as Sri Lanka and Maldives, therefore these shipping lanes are busy and they need constant maritime security from India. For this purpose, INS Dweep Rakshak, which is a naval base of the Southern Naval Command of the Indian Navy, has been commissioned in Kavaratti Island in the Lakshadweep archipelago. The Indian Navy also maintains permanent facilities on Kavaratti Island since the 1980s. There is also a naval detachment at Androth Island. With increasing threats such as attacks by Somalian pirates, the Lakshadweep Islands has grown in relevance to Indian security considerations. India also plans to convert the present naval outpost in Lakshadweep into a fully fledged operational base, which will act as a sea command that will be able to handle any situation, especially in relation to Pakistan, Mauritius, the Seychelles and the Maldives. So this was everything that you had to know about the Lakshadweep Islands. If at all I missed out anything, or if you have something interesting to add, let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Alright then, I'll see you in the next one.